Hello everybody, welcome back to Cards by the Hill. My name is Jane Hill. So this is going to be card number 4 in the series of cards of encouragement, and for this I'm going to use a piece of Neenah cardstock. This is the white one that comes speckled, if you can see that on camera, and the John Rattenbury pad by Joanna Sheen. There's 2 different types of this, as far as I know. I don't know if they've got more of these out now. You've got horse, lion, dolphin, turtle. That's nice. How pretty is that one for a front of a card? Tiger. The detail is extraordinary. This is the one we're going to be using. And then you've got some different backing papers to choose from at the back. Okay, so the card of encouragement for strength was lion, but it's also a lion for courage. So this time I'm going to do a slimline card, and the most common size for a slimline is 3.5 by 8.5. So we're going to cut this down 3.5. By 8.5. Okay, so let's cut down the 8.5 first. And you know, you don't have to make it slimline. I just thought it'd make a change to do a slimline. So that's our 8.5, and then we want 3.5. So we've just got to take a smidgen off. And I know you won't see much of this speckled paper on the outside, but I think on the inside it's quite pretty. 3.5. Let's cut that down. There we go. So there's our slimline. Let's just take off that little mark there. So this is going to be what we're working with. So I want this image to fit on this card. So that means we're going to have to take off some of the top and some of the bottom, which doesn't really matter. So just showing that you can use an image that's this big on a slimline. Don't be afraid to cut off some of the background because it's not needed. So it doesn't matter, but just be careful not to cut any of the main picture out. Just gonna skim past his feet there. Her feet, should I say. And that's gonna fit nicely. So I'm gonna get rid of this border on the edges here, and it could actually be made shorter in width because you don't need as much background on the left or the right, so you could make it even smaller. All right, so that's the size we're looking at. And what I might do, now we've got the size, is actually cut down the card even further to fit the picture exactly. So it's not necessarily the right size for a slimline, but I'm not worried. Don't think my recipient is going to know what size a slimline card is. I'd rather it fits on the card properly. There we go. So we can stick that on the front. That's going to fit exactly the length of the card. So that's just going to fit there. Going to check on the opposite side that we don't need to trim anything. Could do to trim that little edge there. And when I do this trimming, I always prefer to use a scissor because I find that I haven't positioned it in the guillotine properly, and then I end up losing more than I bargained for and have to start again. But if you're confident enough to do it in the guillotine, right, there we go. So that is the card base. Now we're working with the word courage. So we want courage across the top there on the background. We want a ribbon, which for this particular topic is going to be orange. So I've got to get a piece of ribbon in orange, and we're going to put courage across there. Alright, so I've got some orange ribbon, and I've pulled out my Melissa France's C'est La Vie sticker book because I remembered there's this page here of letters, and these would look really nice, I think, going across there. And they're big, which means that the word can really stand out. And the idea for these cards were for friends, family, going through a difficult time, you know, illnesses, emotional difficulties. And it's just a little bit of a I'm thinking of you type thing, to give them a little bit of a boost. And obviously you can just do I'm thinking of you, but I think when you point out a word, it makes it a little bit more personal. Okay, so they don't stick very well, so what I'm going to do is have to glue them down. And I think I'm going to use my ruler to make sure they're in the right place. And you often find with stickers like this that they don't have very good adhesive on the back. Okay, so there we are with the help of the ruler. They're on the card. So we're going to have an orange ribbon as our symbol. Okay, so you want a little piece of ribbon. You can either have it just overlapping like that, or you can bend the two sides like that and have it overlapping there. So whichever way, or you could do it as a part of the picture, you know, you could do all sorts with it. It's just to symbolise courage, and I'm going to put it down, yeah, going to put it down in front of this one. But what I'm going to do is put a brad through it. Alright, so I've got some real tiny ones here. Alright, so we get an orange one out. Just going to use that to hold the ribbon together. Like that. Here's a tiny one. There we are. Just opened it on the back. And because it's so small, there shouldn't be too much of a bump on the inside. Just going to shorten that ribbon a little bit. Just have it in the corner there. Okay. And then I don't think it needs anything else on the outside. The paper has really done the work for us. Beautiful image. And then inside we've got the speckles. But we want to put a verse of some kind. I've got this one here. Hope your day brings just what it should. Happiness, health and everything good. It's just a simple stamp set. I would have thought of eBay. Okay, so we're going to stamp that on some orange card. So I've added the sentiment inside. Now, that's basically the card. I didn't want to do anything else to it because I thought it was simple, straight to the point. That was it. These also come with that page, and if you're brave enough to fussy cut them, I thought that would be a really nice thing sitting up on the top there or down the bottom. So I'm going to have a go at fussy cutting one, but obviously if it comes out really horrendous, then we'll forget that bit. So let's just see how we get on. I need to cut his ear off then. Her ear off. These are the female lions, of course, the lionesses. Not too bad. Let's do around here. If you can hear the whirring in the back, the fan is on. Getting too hot. I think it might be successful. There we go. There. So, going to add that in. I think we'll have her sitting in the centre just above there. Just to add something else inside. Make sure the card can still bend. That's enough. That's it. So, very simple. Using up 2 sheets of a pad. Hope you enjoyed the video. As I do in all of them, I want to thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your likes. Please continue to do so. Subscribe if you haven't, because you can enter the giveaway. And it's all much appreciated. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.